Yeah, I'm good.
I'm taking out a stopwatch to make sure that I don't waste too much of your time. Folks, it is an honor and a privilege to be speaking to you tonight. There are many things that happen in life several times. There's only one high school graduation. You chose to make me a part of it. I'm deeply grateful. I will try in this oration to say something worth hearing that will not get me canceled. We'll see how that goes. First of all, in history, fighter pilots get all the glory. If you know anything about the history of aerial warfare, you'll know about the Red Baron, Manfred von Richthofen, or Eddie Rickenbacker, the American chief ace of World War I, or Sabaru Sakai, the leading ace of Japan's Imperial Navy. But without the pit crew, without the crew that keeps the plane running in the air, there is no ace pilot. We at this school have, since its first year, had a chief operational officer that has made this school function. All the aces, people like me and other teachers, we're loud and we take a lot of glory. But it's not the loud ones that really make the changes in the universe, it's the quiet ones. Mr. Glenn Maybile is retiring this year after 2 decades of making the Coeur d'Alene Charter Academy his life's work. If you would please give Mr. Maybile a hand.
I can't
Education is often compared to farming. Teachers are farmers, you're our crop. Hello, crop. But this image is really not great. Crops happen in 1 year. Some of you have been here, many of you have been here for 7. And in that time, you've grown from children to young men and women. You're unrecognizable. Time, as well as space, is something that has unique moments. The person you were when you first entered the Charter Academy has nothing to do with, or very little to do with, the person who you are now. And looking back 7 years from now, or 40 years from now, you will be a different person then. Treasure this moment. Try to remember it. Because what it is, it's not a result of our labor as farmers. It's a result of your effort. You are active, engaged, hardworking. You not only took the challenge, you kicked its bottom. And in doing so, you made yourself ready for the world. This is something that you did. I take no credit, and none of your teachers should take credit for what you achieve in life. It's our honor to work with young men and women like you, to help you be ready to go after big dreams and make the world a better place, which you will. The one thing that this school does better than anywhere I've seen, including Bates College, where I went to college, it allows us to challenge you authentically. It allows us to give you real obstacles to overcome. And in the overcoming of those obstacles, you become adults. So many people in so many schools have wonderful teachers and wonderful families, but the schools are unwilling to take the heat for authentically challenging you, taking the person that you are and saying, you're great, but you're not good enough. In the long run, let's help make you better. And we will make you better by hardship, by offering you a challenge, which you have all accepted, and which you have all overcome. Congratulations to you, class of 2022. The Spanish philosopher Miguel de Unamuno wrestled his entire life with issues of faith. The man deeply and desperately wanted to believe that the universe had an author, that the universe made sense, that there was justice in the end, that this was all not for nothing. But he was a first-class philosopher, and he could never get past his own doubt that he was fooling himself. Every time he got close to faith, he challenged himself to answer the question, am I simply saying what I want to hear? He wrestled to try to believe for decades, and he never could. And in the end, he died for his unbelief during the Spanish Civil War. He was martyred because he was asked to give simple answers to the Spanish Foreign Legion. And the Spanish Foreign Legion are not a bunch of intellectuals. Their slogan was "Long live death." After hearing his speech and really not understanding it, well, he was found the next day no longer living. But his most famous quote is, "May God grant you..." didn't want to screw it up. "May God deny you peace, but grant you glory." As an aging man, I appreciate the value of peace and quiet. And peace is a gift that you might receive at times in your life. So is happiness. But happiness is a byproduct of life. If you make happiness the goal of your life, you become self-involved, self-absorbed. You end up pursuing an unachievable goal. You cannot, by a force of will, make yourself happy. What you can do is accept that life is a bigger challenge than the Coeur d'Alene Charter Academy ever was. Find something to serve that's greater than yourself, whether it's God, country, family, philosophy. If you want to take the society that you were born into and make it better, do it. Try your best. Tilted windmills. Be brave. And if you fail, so what? In life, failure teaches us more than success ever does. If you fail, it will be in trying mightily to do something worthwhile. May God deny you peace and grant you glory is a challenge to lead an active life. You have been given a good start by your families, by your country, and by our school. You're not going to know exactly what you're going to do with your life, probably for many years. But don't shy away from challenge. Don't shirk the limelight. Don't be afraid to look like an idiot. I have made a career looking like an idiot. And it's fun. And it's satisfying. Failure is what helps us grow. The last thing I'll say is this. Today in my European history class, we were concluding our lessons on the final solution to the Jewish question. Hannah Arendt was a student of the German philosopher Martin Heidegger. She was his chief, most beloved student. She wrote the book on totalitarianism after World War II. And because she was a German Jew who had escaped Germany when the Nazis took over, and a first-class philosopher in her own right, and had written the book, The Roots of Totalitarianism, which again is the textbook for all of this sort of thing, she was asked to report on the trial of the Nazi war criminal Adolf Eichmann in 1960-61. And her articles were not about a demon in human flesh. They were about the banality of evil. The fact that in Eichmann, she saw a person who had given up their humanity, given up their volition, given up their willingness to be a judger of things. Somebody who had stepped away from making moral judgments and instead had just followed orders. He became a tool for a greater will. A man with no ambitions, with no volition, did one of the worst things ever in human history because he was just following orders. Her conclusion about all of this is that the fruit of the wind of knowledge, the fruit of the wind of thought is not knowledge. It's the ability to tell right from wrong, beautiful from ugly. You all have honed your willpower to overcome challenges. Cultivate your intuition. Cultivate your instincts. Never let anyone tell you that you are a victim or a perpetrator for anything that you did not do yourself. Part of being brave is being willing to do this thing that most young people never want to do, make value judgments. That doesn't mean be lording it over other people. It means be willing to say, this feels right, this feels wrong. I will do this because I think it's right. I won't do this because I think it's wrong. Don't allow yourself to be someone else's tool. Don't sell your individual conscience out. It's one of the best things about you. Thank you, class of 2022. May God deny you peace, but grant you glory.